it's time to talk transfers again. And as it's West Ham, it's certainly not someone coming into the club. It's someone leaving, because that seems to be what we're doing this summer. Is people leaving, no one coming in. I don't know what is going on, but there we go. As I record this is the situation regarding Aaron Cresswell. And before I actually go into this, I just want to say thank you so much for the comments in these videos. They're absolutely brilliant. I really do read every one and interact with other people. It's great. I'm really enjoying it. It's a good sense of community, and I like the fact that we're getting to have debates about things and bring up good points. So I really do appreciate it. So if you're not, by the way, half of you watching this are not subscribers. We keep getting the stats for this. It is getting better, but it's still half of you. So if you're not a subscriber, just click on subscribe, and it's free to do so. And when you do so as well, you enter a competition to get a free West Ham top. We're giving one away every month for the whole season. This is free to do so you might as well click on it. So click on subscribe, and then you're on the journey with us this season. So here we go then. So Aaron Cresswell, it's a really strange situation with Cresswell. First of all, let's just talk about let's go back to November last year. So Aaron Cresswell then signed a 1-year contract with West Ham to take him to extend his contract by another year. So he still had obviously that existing contract to run to the end of that season, and to extend it by another year. Great, happy days, no big deal. I mean, to be honest with you, I do personally feel like we neglect our wing-back positions. We never seem to invest well enough in them. So when I was hearing Cresswell was signing another contract, I wasn't overly bothered, but a part of me was a little bit, okay, we're not going to invest in another left-back, but so what? It wasn't a big deal. Cresswell still offers something to the club, and he's still a decent player. I don't think it was a big. It wasn't a big thing, was it, for West Ham? I think everyone was just fine, happy with that. It would have been Cresswell's 10th year as a West Ham player. You're talking an amazing servant to the club. So yeah, great. I was more than happy with that. Now, what's thrown a big spanner in the works this summer is that Wolverhampton Wanderers have come forward, which I don't quite get. I'm going to be perfectly blunt. I'm not quite sure on it. I don't know what Wolves fans think of it, or what the situation is at Wolves, to be honest. I don't know enough of what's going on with their finance, etc. But they really want Aaron Cresswell. Okay, fine. And what they've offered Aaron Cresswell is a 2-year contract with an option of a third and higher wage than he's on at West Ham. Now, I've got to be honest. If I was Aaron Cresswell, I'd be biting their hand off. Why wouldn't you? Like, what a fantastic offer to get you at that age, when you're coming to the end of your contract at West Ham after 9 years at the club. He's got, he's been, as I've said, a great servant at West Ham. Got nothing to be ashamed. And I think fair enough. I've got absolutely no problem with it. West Ham, of course, are holding out for the best deal they can get. Typical West Ham. We never seem to get any deal done, whether we're buying or selling. It always seems to be a bit of a nightmare. But apparently talks are ongoing. And apparently, I believe ex-WHU employees reported that they're getting resurrected. Great. So yeah, no problem with that. There is a problem though with Aaron Cresswell, in that it appears, and this is just appearing, I mean, I'm pretty sure it is happening, but this is what, it hasn't 100% been confirmed, but let's be honest, it is happening, is that he's now not training. He's not reported back for training since for pre-season. He hasn't been involved with the club. He really wants the move to happen. We had an award ceremony last night, as I recorded. Well, this would be 2 days ago. We had an award ceremony for the Europa Conference League win. Celebrated with dinner and some awards for certain individuals for best performance and best player of the tournament, all that sort of stuff. And Cresswell wasn't there; he was absent. And I'm going to be honest. Let's go on the basis that this is correct. And he definitely isn't. He isn't at pre-season training. He hasn't been in any pre-season games, and he's not at the awards. So, we can see what's going on. He's trying to force a move. I think it's really poor from Aaron Cresswell. I'm really quite sad that he's going down this route. I don't quite get why. I'm going to be honest. I don't quite get why. I understand you want the move. Absolutely, totally get that. But why go on strike? Why choose that option? I don't think West Ham are denying the move. I think West Ham would actually like the move to happen if they can get the right money. I think they're talking about £5 million. If West Ham can get that sort of money, I think they are going to negotiate Wolves. My gut feeling is that he will go there. I just find the non-training and the non-appearances at these things poor. I don't get it. People criticise Mikel Antonio for vocally saying that he's kind of tempted to move and looking to move on. Last season he kind of mooted that idea, didn't he? And also we've seen him heavily linked with a move to Saudi Arabia and Wolves and now Everton. But he's in training. He was at the awards. He's got a big smile on his face. I just find it really strange in Cresswell, really out of character and a bit confusing, really. I don't know what the angle is. What's the problem? Because in the day, you've just signed a contract. That's my point. It's not as if he signed a 5-year contract 4 years ago and he's thinking, look, I remember last year, I really want to go. And even then, he still shouldn't be doing this. I'm not saying, but the fact is he signed a contract not a few months ago to stay another year. I was happy to sign it. So you shouldn't be that annoyed. You shouldn't be that aggrieved. Bearing in mind these footballers earn good money, I think it's a real danger that he's in here. It really is. Thoughts on it are, to wrap this sort of video up, it's not a big, long video. I just want to talk about the Cresswell situation because it is something that's sort of, I just don't like, not giving me a good feeling at all. And it's a bit of a sad one, really. A bit of a sad one, considering the fact this is an Upton Park player, one of our, long-serving tenants at the football club, players at the club, one of these long-serving players, and someone that's been so instrumental for us at times. He's been a big player for West Ham, but he's been there for the years. A decade pretty much at West Ham. My thoughts are, as I've said, I totally get the move. Totally agree with it. If I was Cresswell, I'd absolutely be saying to West Ham, I want to go. That is the deal for me. It's perfect for my time in my career now. And it's Premier League football again. 3-year contracts, pretty much. I mean, so why wouldn't you? And a pay rise. I mean, why wouldn't you want that? West Ham aren't going to top it, and because West Ham don't need to. West Ham can go and look out elsewhere. Well, I say that West Ham can go look elsewhere. I'm not saying we're very good at that, but the way he's handling the situation, Cresswell, is very bad. I really do hope that it's not quite true. Do you know what I mean? I really hope that when this all comes out, that actually it was West Ham maybe told him to stay away. But I just don't believe that. I'm struggling to see any other angle, or unless he's injured. But again, if he was injured, the club would say something. It would have been said. Would have been reported. X would have been reporting it. So it's not true, is it? He's not injured. He appears to be on strike, which is really, really sad. I do hope it's something like agent-driven, maybe. But even if it's agent-driven, Cresswell's not an 18-year-old, 17-year-old kid who doesn't know football. He's been at West Ham for 10 years. It's part of the furniture. It's part of the fabric of West Ham. He's claret and blue. He knows the club very well. He's got a fantastic relationship with the fans. And I'll tell you what, if he carries on down this path, he is in massive danger. Well, he will, not just in danger of doing so, he will destroy his legacy at the club.